And welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa and I'm a surrogate. I'm pregnant with my third surrogate pregnancy. I've had 3 of my own babies, so this is pregnancy number 6. And if you see a little head, it's just because Molly's with me. She just decided to sit on my lap. So yeah, I am 12 weeks pregnant today. I know, just I can't even get my head around it either. So this is my 11-week pregnancy update, just discussing the previous week. And I actually went on Instagram this morning on my account and was like, hey, has anyone got any questions? Because this is going to be really short otherwise and kind of boring. And I didn't want it to be overly boring. So I've got some questions to follow because basically this last week has been fine. Like absolutely fine. If I hadn't have used my Doppler to check on the heartbeat, I probably would have been scared it was another miscarriage happening because I haven't really thrown up at all. No, I haven't thrown up at all in over a week. I haven't really felt sick very much. It's been the odd wave, but it's such a minor thing that I know it's happened, but I couldn't tell you when. I have been tired. I'm still tired, do not get me wrong. I mean, you can probably tell from my face, I'm absolutely exhausted. I've actually been sleeping, so it's not that all-encompassing exhaustion, it's just the pregnancy drained. I feel more pregnancy drained than I do feel sleep deprived, Edith style. Had a few headaches, but I think again that's just the sort of tiredness kicking in. Oh yeah, I'm really happy because I'm fine. My back's a bit achy. I had a couple of like pinpoints in the back of my calves where I was getting those cramps. You know, you get calf cramps in pregnancy. I don't get it very often, but both right in the dead center on the back of my calves, like just the other day, and I was like, ow, ow, ow. But I was walking in and it just passed. So anyone's got any tips for those Charlie horses or whatever they call them, do write them down below because I'd appreciate that, because I do think that's going to sort of coming a little bit more in this pregnancy. But considering how everything else is going, I'll take it, you know, no complaints here. So I'm going to read these questions. 99% of them are from Amber from Meet the Wilds. I'll put her link down below because she was just like, hey, I'm gonna ask all the questions. And then I've got one from Judy Poppins, who's, I'll read hers last. So Amber says, do you think the baby is a boy or a girl? What do the IPs think? Most people probably know by now, but my gut is saying this one is a girl. I don't know why. I will definitely be asking, because I'm having the scan tomorrow, so I'll mention that next week. But I'm definitely going to be looking for the nub, because I am the channel I'm nub expert, dude. Right, I've spent a lot of years looking at these and training myself, and I want to see a nub. But last time they refused to show me, and I was like, can you just show me the nub? Can you just give me a nub shot? And they're like, no. So I'm hoping I've got a nicer sonographer tomorrow who will just humour me. I know it's not like a definite sexing tool thing, whatever they say, but actually if I can see a nub, I'm pretty close to being right 100% of the time to my knowledge. So I want to see it. And I think the IPs, one is saying boy, one is saying girl. So yeah. Have they thought of any names yet? Yes, they have their boy name and they have their girl name. However, it's not my decision to share that, and I think they may or may not tell anyone at all until baby's born. I don't know. Maybe they'll reveal when they find out whether this little one is a boy or girl. I don't know. I do know what the names are, but I'm not telling you. Sorry, it's not my place to tell you, you know. If it was my baby, then I'd be like, hey, I like the name Artemis. Actually, I do like the name Artemis, but that's not one of their names. And so yeah, I would tell you, but I can't. So what will baby call you when it's old enough to have a name for you? They asked if it's okay with Darren Life to be Auntie Lisa and Uncle Darren, and we're fine with that. Seth just calls us Lisa and Darren because I was just like, they asked and I was like, Lisa, just call me Lisa. I don't know, but they want to go with the whole Auntie Lisa, Uncle Darren, which is kind of sweet, and I'm absolutely fine with that because I'm already Auntie Lisa to like 5 small children. Actually, saying that, Kayla, my eldest nephew, is like 22 this year. How are you feeling physically? I've sort of already answered that, Amber, my darling. I'm feeling pretty good. Bit of backache, I can't complain, but I got myself a mini, I'm like an old lady, got myself a mini electric heating pad thing. It's literally just a pad that goes on your back. That's made a big difference when I get backache. I literally put it behind me on the sofa, on the bed, and I'm like, oh, recommend them. They are good. And then Judy's question was, will the dads be at the birth and will you have a planned home birth this time? I don't know. For those of you that are slightly newer, I had a repair op after I had the last baby, Finley, because well, it all started with George. I was induced. They wouldn't let me move on the bed. They wouldn't let me go on my side. They wouldn't let me move at all. He came out back to back with his hand up, and I had a 3rd degree tear and had to go to theatre for a repair. I always had a 2nd degree tear after that. With Finley, he was 10 pounds, 46-minute labour, shot out in the living room, absolutely obliterated me, pretty much back to borderline 3rd degree tear, and other issues, and it didn't heal right, and I had to go in for a perineal and repair and rear vaginal wall refashioning. I have done videos about that. If you are interested, I'll try and put the links down below. And I don't know if it's going to be recommended for me post-op to push babies out. It might just ruin everything, and it may not be repairable because they had to excise a lot of tissue, like scar tissue and granulose tissue, and repair the muscles and everything. So they might say, no, don't do that, and I'll end up having to have a C-section. Don't know, but if I do end up giving birth naturally, I don't know what they'd recommend because of being massively obese, having too many babies and being over 35. I think they'd be quite strict, but I would put my foot down. I say, fine, I'll come in for an induction if you're scared I'm going to give birth at home again, but you are not strapping me to a bed, and I'm not going to be monitored full time. It's just not happening. You can come in every 10 minutes and check on the baby. I've got no problem with that, but at no way am I agreeing to being stuck on a bed, unable to move for a labour. It's just, that's not me. I have to get up now and move about, and if they don't agree with that, then induction is not going to really happen for me, because I couldn't do it. I honestly would have an absolute freak out. I know my experiences, and I know what mentally I can and cannot do, and I'm not necessarily the most reasonable person in labour. I'm okay to a certain point, but when I transition, you know I'm transitioning, because I go cray-cray, and there is no way I'm staying on a bed. I will get on a bed for that on all fours, fine, but I'm not going to be laying on my back with monitors on. Just, I couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. I would have a panic attack. I realise I sound like a mental case right now, but such is life. Anyway, this is really long, so I'm going to shut up. I will see you next week, and I will discuss the scan and show scan pictures and everything, if all goes well and I get some pictures, and I will speak to you all soon. So have a lovely week, darlings. Take care. Bye.